What's going on, guys? This is Jonathan here with you from Magnolia Stripers Lawn Care and Treatments. And I'm doing this video um, because the other day some things came on my mind as I was finishing up a few lawns, and something happened. Um, and I thought to myself, if I were, I guess you can say, rookie or just now starting out, these are things that I would want someone to tell me. And so these are just a few tips, something that may help you out, or maybe some things that you may not have noticed, or, everybody's different. So, guys, those of you that comment, hey, this is just me, everybody's different. Take whatever job you want, whatever you want to do. But these are just some things that I believe that will help you. So here are just a few things that um, might help you grow your lawn business. Number one for me is when you get a new client, a new customer, take your time on the first cut. You only get one first impression. And I do know sometimes, depending on the lawn, it takes about maybe 2 or 3 cuts to get it looking the way you like it, or where you believe is acceptable. And that's good, because you should always hold yourself to a higher standard, always. But when you get a new client, take your time. Yes, it might take you a little longer. Look, I don't care what people tell you. Oh man, cut it, get it done. Um, all this. Look, I'm telling you, you only get one first impression. And ask the customer, hey, how do you like your grass? Do you like it tall? Do you like it short? Also, make sure you know your grass types. That way you can advise the customer, hey, you have zoysia, you have St. Augustine grass. St. Augustine looks good taller. It depends, you got to know, hey, ask them, do you want it weekly, bi-weekly? That way you can advise them how you're going to cut it for the, when they like to have their yard cut. So that's tip number one. Take your time on the first cut. Take your time on the trimming. Set yourself apart. So that's number one. Number two. Now this one, some of you may agree, some of you may not, but this, my dad taught me this, and it took me a while to understand, but I finally understood it. Sometimes people will see you cutting grass, and they'll stop you and say, hey, how much do you charge just to trim or weed eat my lawn? Because a lot of times people cut it themselves, but they don't like to trim. And I asked my dad one time, I said, why won't we just trim it? It's quick money, it's easy, not a lot of trimming. And he said, hey, look at the way they cut that lawn. And I was like, okay, but we're going to trim it, that's quick money. All money is not good money. Just because it's quick money does not mean it's good money. Now, this is why. This is an example that hopefully explains it. Somebody see you trimming a lawn. They may need a lawn man. They're driving down the street. They may need a lawn man. The person that you're just trimming the yard for did a horrible job cutting it. But all they see is your truck with your symbol on it, your logo, your name, and maybe every time they drive by, they just see you cutting that particular lawn. Um, because maybe they only pass through at a certain time. And they see you trimming the lawn and say, man, I need a yard man, but I don't want him. You see the way he cut that grass? Did you see the way he cut that lawn? So you will end up losing more business. What am I telling you? Have a sense of pride. Now, I'm not telling you not to trim anybody's lawn. Um, But in this particular case, the yard was cut horrible. The last thing I want somebody to do is drive by to see me trimming it and thinking that's my work, thinking I'm the one that cut that grass, because all they know is that I'm trimming it and blowing it. They don't know I'm not the one that cut it. So it may end up costing you more business in the long run. Um, because in this business, you want to make sure you're not doing anything to cause yourself money. Number three, and this is a small pet peeve of mine, if at all possible, do not leave dead grass sitting in the lawn. Rake it if you have to. Every situation and circumstance is different. If you're doing an open field and it's just, hey, cut and go, and hey, eventually you'll work the dead grass out of it. Maybe you got behind on it, it rained. Hey, every case is different. But when it comes to residential lawns, I rather, like today, guys, I got done pretty quick today. Had to, it got a lot of things going on. My wife has had a member in the family pass, and so had to kind of cut my day short um, to help her out with a few things. Um, so it was a particular lawn that we cut today that's a bi-weekly, that what I did today is, because it had rained 2 days ago, and yesterday it didn't rain, but St. Augustine grass, sometimes it don't dry out, uh, especially in this particular lawn. So what I did was I kind of trimmed over it first, and I cut the back first to give the front some more time to dry out, because the last thing I wanted to do was leave dead grass everywhere. And so when I went to cut it, guess what, guys? It was nice and crisp, and it's looking good. And yes, I am going to have some videos of me cutting. Yes, I will have those coming. It's just right now a lot of things going on. Sometimes I have to be in and out, but they are coming. Some new equipment that I bought. And you can check the link in the description I have to a previous video that I did, kind of showing you what I was getting ready to upgrade as far as my commercial uh, zero turn. But yes, if all possible, hey, try to minimize dead grass. Invest in a mulching kit for your stand-on mowers, your zero turns. Um, yeah, I mean, do a bug there. Do what you can. Hey, if you have to rake it, blow it, do something, because people driving by in the neighborhood are always watching. But these are just a few things that was on my mind. Trust me, it's a lot more than that. A lot more than that. But these are a few things where I had a minute or two before I get with my wife and help her. That some things I just wanted to, uh, share with you guys, and hopefully it helped you. And if you all have any tips or any advice for me, hey, leave it in the comments below. We are still learning together. We are growing. And yeah, I will see y'all later.